Could we radically rethink capitalist land ownership?
How can we rally communities to reclaim their landscapes?
Could community action revolutionise the English uplands? Commencing with an activist art exhibition and manifesto, the project integrates social, ecological and architectural issues, addressing land ownership, flooding and biodiversity. This provided a springboard for the community land trust that could lead this charge.
By reappropriating the Greek term Arcadia, we question what is defined as a natural interpretation of the ideal countryside in the uplands. Could we welcome scars of human activity as integral threads, engaging in a dynamic, symbiotic relationship with nature?
The landscape conceals hidden politics, harbouring considerable power and control. They are time materialising, serving as recordings rather than records, provoking memory and influencing action. Shifting baseline disorder has rendered our view of the landscape obscured.
Since humans unearthed the ground's hidden power, we have dug to discover what we can seize. A place to bury, forget and hide, but also grow, revive and heal. Around Hebden, marks of humans litter the seemingly natural landscape.
Ownership and mismanagement of moorland pose a severe threat to life in the valley. The acts of few affect many. This injustice lies entwined with the development of enclosure and the ever-present force of capitalism and the patriarchy.
The Moors landlord's next greenwashing venture is to build the UK's largest onshore wind farm. Its access tracks and construction would be detrimental to the health of the bog, disturbing the formation of peat below the surface. Sphagnum moss growing on the bog must remain wet to form carbon and prevent flash flooding in the town down the valley. This is a vital piece of natural infrastructure the community of Hebden Bridge should own collectively.
The bog could provide a new communal landscape which can be restored collectively for the benefit of the local community. By empowering a more equitable bog management, the community would be engaged in their local ecology, reconnecting them with the earth that sustains them. These ideas unite to form the basis of OURcadia. The exhibition launched the project by establishing the connections that would materialise into a trust, which acquires the expropriated land through a community land fund.
The architectural conclusion emerged as a settlement on the hillside in Crimsworth Dean. Following existing tracks, the community centres around a ruin and a new tower, and unfolds to support community, co-living, creativity and learning spaces.
The Springline community's existence is cemented through a new annual folklore custom, the Shackleton Sphagnum Sprint. Rooted in historical local traditions of beating the bounds and rush-pairing parades, this race sends two cards on a journey through a rewilding landscape.
The day kicks off with a meticulous inspection of the bog's dams, bales and mosses, all helping retain water on the high plateau. The collective march and buzz of excitement set the stage for the day's prospective cart race.
Named after the notorious ex-landlord Mr Bannister, one cart grows heavier as it fills with collective invasive species and old equipment from the bog.
Meanwhile, the sphagnum cart gets lighter throughout the day as people remove plant plugs to actively rewild the bog and upland fields, helping slow the water's descent down the valley.
Cheers and shouts fill the air as spectators eagerly await the cart's dramatic descent through Copycroft and Hardybutt House. The sphagnum cart, now empty, races ahead while the Bannister cart, burdened with its load, lumbers behind.
Ending below Nook Square, the defeated cart meets its fiery fate in a ceremonial blaze. In this timeless festival, landscape knowledge extends beyond living memory and is handed down to inspire future generations.
The moorland is part of the Great North Bog, a critical piece of natural infrastructure which must be diligently maintained and remain wet. To aid this, a semi-temporary walkway and pavilion will be constructed, inspired by Neolithic sweet tracks which utilise hand-driven stakes. The mountable pavilion will relocate across the moor, storing equipment and providing shelter from the elements.
Imagine a hillside transformed into a vibrant living tapestry where ecological restoration invigorates the once barren uplands. This is a vision for our future with a deeply rooted earthly community at its core that increases biodiversity, sequesters carbon and slows water runoff. Bogs reawakened and fields rewilded, this is a paradigm for the English uplands from Exmoor to Northumberland, an ecological vanguard united in the fight against landscape injustice.
Drawing on the temporal relationship of buildings, humans and landscape, the project could decay in the future. Ruins return to ruins, foundations provide a new framework for life, and the vestiges provoke a memory of the lives and community here. Nature takes hold of these traces of existence, a new plant and animal community thrive, and the ruins are left to be reimagined by the next generation. Welcome to OURcadia.